So just a note before we start the video, this is the first time I've ever done anything like a Q&A. I don't think I've ever done anything where someone's asking me questions or I have another person collaborating with me on a video like this. So it's going to be rough, it's going to be sketchy. I'm not really sure how to balance the gameplay and question answering. But I'll try to do my best, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So, how we're going to do this, well, let's see. I'm going to turn you up a tiny bit. So you're going to say, from Happy Painter, 1, 2, 3, what tree did you go down first in War Thunder? Okay, so we are live. Ready?
Wait, what?
We're gonna go live. Not live,
Wait,
but like we're recording.
Live, yeah, live, okay.
5,
You'll edit this, 4, right?
Yeah, 3,
Yeah, okay.
2, 1. Okay, guys, so, damn it, I can't say, okay.
So what?
No, man, I was just, no, let me start. Okay, so we're gonna be doing the questions. Okay, cool. I mispronounced questions. Just don't say anything. I'm gonna be just restarting this.
Dude, I'm laughing so hard right now.
just.
Okay.
All right. So question and answers are finally here. Thank you guys for all of the submissions for the questions, and we'll start reading them off. I think we have War Thunder as the first category. And I'm going to be playing War Thunder in the background, and Grim over here is going to be helping me reading out the questions. So, let's go.
Okay, so first question from Happy Painter. What tree did you go down first in War Thunder?
For me, that was the United States. I went down US Aviation. I spent about 6 months basically just doing US Aviation Arcade. It was a really painful time. It was probably more like 4 months. But I went down US Aviation, and then I went down Soviet Tanks after that, and then I proceeded to do what I'm currently doing, which is just literally do every single nation at the same time. But yeah, US, that was the first tree I went down.
Okay, so another question from... multiple questions from British fella. What is your favorite aircraft?
In War Thunder, my favorite aircraft would probably be the Boomerang. I've been asked this question a lot by a ton of people, and I've never been able to come up with an answer. So I'm just going to say in War Thunder, my favorite plane is definitely the Boomerang.
What is your favorite tank?
That's actually a really good question. I read through those questions before, and I completely forgot about that one. I would probably say the Type 75. I really enjoy the Type 75. It's a fun tank. But there's some other fun ones. Of course, you know, there's some tanks outside of War Thunder. Oh, you know what it is? It's not the Type 75. It's going to be the M50 Ontos. I really enjoy that tank. Yeah, M50 Ontos. I'll go with that.
Okay, M50 Ontos. What is your favorite nation?
You know, that's a harder question. My favorite nation, I really haven't enjoyed anything more than the others. Everything has sort of been a, it's been a similar sort of experience, you know, the grind and the fun and the spading the vehicles. It's all been very similar. So for me, I don't really think I have a favorite nation. If I did, I'd probably say it would be the US. I enjoy US vehicles a lot, and I don't know, it's just a better nation, but it's not the best nation. Don't make that mistake. Just because I enjoy it, it's definitely not the best nation. I think the best nation is the Soviets, but that's a different story altogether.
Russian bias.
Yeah, Russian bias.
Okay,
you heard it here.
The last question. What is the best British vehicle?
In War Thunder? Well, best British plane. Okay, I can't say the Boomerang because it's Australian, and I can't say the Wirraway because it's Australian. So, let's just say that the Australians were the best British things in War Thunder.
So next question from Attila and OP2. What's your opinion on Tier 6 jets and guided air-to-air missiles in War Thunder?
Personally, I think that those things are eventually going to find their way into War Thunder. In the game's current state, I don't think they have any place. There's a ton of problems right now that need to be fixed. and also the entire just system of guided air-to-air missiles, advanced planes, afterburners. We haven't even begun to think about what that'll be like in game, and quite frankly, I think they just don't really have a place, and they won't have a place for a while. So I think that those things are eventually going to come to War Thunder. They might be able to, once, you know, the solution, once the problems, like deciding what modifications are essential, what aren't, what need to be researched, that sort of stuff. Once that sort of thing is decided, like, I'm sure they'll find a way into War Thunder and they'll be okay, but for now, I don't think they have a place in War Thunder.
Next question from Hazel. What derp tank is objectively the best?
For me, it's the Centurion Mark V Aviari.
Okay, next question from Dante. What's your opinion on prototypes and paper vehicles on War Thunder?
I think it really depends on the prototype. There are some things, you know, that I think should be unacceptable in the game, like those fantasy Messerschmitt 262s, like the H versions that are in what is the game, World of Warplanes. That sort of bullshit shouldn't be in the game. However, prototype vehicles that paper vehicles that are sort of realistic, they fit within the time frame, and especially for nations that sort of need more vehicles and don't have the option of you know, just getting more actual vehicles, because Lend-Leases are boring.
Japan!
Yeah, Japan. Lend-Leases are boring as shit. I don't want more Lend-Lease vehicles. They're cool, but I really don't want to play the same vehicle over and over again. I don't want to do that sort of shitty grind. It doesn't work. That sort of grind isn't fun. So, in my opinion... Cool. In my opinion, some paper vehicles should be allowed. I don't have any sort of idea what should be, what shouldn't be. I just think that some should be allowed. And for prototypes, I think that if there has been one in production, I do not see the issue with actually putting it into the game. But that's just my opinion.
So next question from Krakenburger. What's the chance they'll add U-boats and other World War II subs? What do you think?
In my opinion, it's going to eventually happen, probably. I mean, it's, after helicopters, now that Italian tanks are here especially, it seems like a sort of semi-logical step. I mean, we had the what was it? Silent Thunder? Operation Silent Thunder?
Yes.
They were testing top-tier MBTs when they did that April Fool's event back in, I think, 2017. And the 2018 one only sort of, you know, confirms this whole idea of the possibility of submarines. Will they add them in any time soon? I don't know. They might add them soon, but I don't think so. I think that they might come to War Thunder. I think that Gaijin, you know, this is going to be an interesting thing. It allows for, you know, stuff like depth charges and stuff like that. More interesting stuff to add to the game. But I actually really don't know or can't tell if they would want to add them soon.
Okay, next question from, I'm just gonna call him this. What do you think of Italian tanks, and do you think they will make a difference in the game?
I think it's just going to be like another nation. Like, I don't understand. It was the same thing with France. I don't understand why people are like, oh yeah, this nation will be game breaking. It's just going to be another nation in the game. It's another nation that you're going to be able to play. It's nothing more, nothing less. I don't think anything special is going to come out of it. We're going to see some new tanks, you know, maybe some interesting vehicles, but nothing special.
Next question from 25mm autocannon. Opinion on infantry in War Thunder one day.
Now, this has been something that this I actually know about. Gaijin has repeatedly confirmed that they will never be adding infantry to War Thunder, and I completely understand why. Personally, I believe that infantry just doesn't belong in the game. Doesn't really have that sort of place. The strain that it would require on the servers and the mix. I mean, I get why people want it, you know? Like, running alongside tanks or working in armored columns. In a World War mode, it kind of makes sense. But I don't think that infantry will ever become part of War Thunder. I don't think so.
Yeah, and also
yeah.
Gaijin is developing, the game Enlisted. That's what it's called, right? And they're doing infantry in that. It's Enlisted, right?
I think so, maybe.
Enlisted. Yeah, it's in like it's in closed beta right now.
Either way, it's never coming to War Thunder.
Yeah. That's for sure.
Alright, so is that it for War Thunder questions?
That's it for War Thunder questions.
Alright, on to the next category.
Okay, please count me down.
Okay, you're good to go.
Okay, next question from Attila. What's your nationality and where do you live?
So I am Czech American. I currently live in the Czech Republic, but I was born in Singapore, so all over the place.
What led you to War Thunder from KSP?
I sometimes think about that one too. It's kind of weird how I used to only do KSP and now I only do War Thunder. Personally, I think it's the fact that, KSP is a sort of a garbo game. Well, that's gonna offend a lot of my viewers. It's not a garbo game, but for me, it's just not interesting anymore. It used to be fun. It used to be one of my favorite games, if not my favorite game, for the longest period of time. But now, it really isn't fun. And after the new developers took over, I just needed to find a new game to play. And especially considering I really like this whole, World War II in KSP sort of idea. I don't know, I eventually decided that War Thunder would be the, coolest option. So I started playing, and then I was immediately hooked. And, yeah, KSP, the burnout continues, 2.5 years on now. And, I'm still playing War Thunder. So that's how.
Next question from Dante again. If you had to live in another country forever, which one would it be?
Grimm's mic just cut out there, so he said country. If I had to live in another country, I'd probably say the United States. I plan to live in the United States after I graduate from university or whatever. I like the US. It's one of my favorite countries. I am American. If it was not the US though, if I had to live in a place apart from the US, because I feel like the US is a standard answer for a lot of people, I'd probably say Singapore again. I grew up in Singapore. Singapore is my home. I'd say that if I had to live somewhere, it would be there.
Next question from Berzin Gang. Epic name, by the way. What do you want to do after university?
Oh yeah, speaking of graduating from university, as of right now, I don't know. I like doing stuff that helps people when I can. I try to help people, and I want my job to be something that can help people. I don't know what way, but in some sort of way. I do enjoy geography, I enjoy development, I enjoy history. So, something that's always sort of been a possibility to me would be doing some sort of work in Africa. There's a huge need for development in many places in Africa. So, it's a great place, an uprising industry. Probably some sort of development work in Africa. As of right now, I don't know.
So next question, another question from Dante. Any war story from your ancestors you could tell us?
Actually, no. Holy fucking shit. What was the question again?
Actually, where the fuck were we?
We were on Dante's question about... war stories.
Yeah,
I have none.
Pancakes or waffles?
Waffles. Waffles all the way. I like pancakes if they're the sort of thicker American-style pancakes. But for me, it's just waffles.
Understandable. GIF or GIF?
GIF. I mean, is that even a question, though? We all know it's GIF. Anyone who says otherwise is not allowed in society.
Who's the best player that you've played with in CSGO?
I've never played with anyone professional. I've never played with anyone semi-professional. The best person I've played with in CS:GO would probably be my friend Yakub, Discord username Kuba. He's really good. I don't know his rank, but he's sort of like top-notch
He's
player.
Gold Nova 4.
Gold Nova 4. Yeah, there you go. Gold Nova 4.
Yeah, I know more about your friends than you do.
Well, no, I just don't care too much about CS, so...
Yeah, no, who cares about CSGO? It's a garbage game.
Yeah, so he's Gold Nova 4, so I'd say that, also, with the sort of stuff I've seen him do in-game, he's probably the best person I've played with.
What's your favorite non-check gun?
My favorite gun actually is not check at all. Check guns are cool and all, but, I've never really been, you know, a huge fan of check guns. My personal favorite gun would probably be the Tommy gun or the M16A1. I like both of those guns very much. So either one.
So I'm just gonna add one more question. So what is your favorite check gun?
You know, I think it's gonna go with the... I'm gonna go with the CZ Scorpion. Actually, see, it's a tie between the CZ Scorpion and the VZ58, the old style VZ58. The VZ58 has my sort of like appreciation because of the fact that they literally built an AK and it doesn't share a single part with the AK, and arguably it's a better gun than the AK. That was, you know, Czech weapons design has always been top notch. So, yeah, probably the VZ58, actually. The Scorpion's cool and all, but the VZ58 is epic. And, what's next?
What was the last question that I had? I don't know.
That's it?
Yeah.
Alright,
we need more opinion.
Yeah, next time. I think that's good for now. I guess that's it. Thank you guys. If you watch this Q&A, thanks for 100. I think I'm like at 173 or 174 subscribers now. It means a lot. This is long overdue. I should have done this at 100, but here we are. Here's to a full year of videos, and have a good day.